Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody. You rest with George. When you arrive, a few hours after you've left, you are surrounded by George and his men, who are very keen on hearing your story. What happened? Did you see them?
Did
you see the monsters?
3 of them.
Which ones?
The flying lizard thingies.
Is there more than one kind?
Oh. There's the kind that casts spells, too. Did these guys cast spells at you?
Nope.
They just sort of petrified. Did you guys have that?
Johnson said he saw one that turned to stone, but we didn't believe it.
It seems to be when they die. They turn to stone and then turn to dust soon after.
My God.
Anyway, we got 3 more crossbows and 3 short swords.
Well, I'm sorry. I spent all my spare money on those light stones, hoping the mining operation will be cleared out. Well, my pockets aren't unlimited. Sorry, buddy.
No, that's fine. I give him, like, 1 crossbow and 1 short sword just on the house.
Oh, thank you.
And
So, why are you back so soon?
We need a rest. I took some injuries and depleted some of the cleric's healing. And we just need to be more prepared for launching these attacks.
You guys seem like decent folk. Come on in. You can even keep your weapons and armor and spell components this time. That's fine. You seem trustworthy enough.
Alright. I do need to burn through some spells, so please pay no mind as I walk outside and cast some fireballs into the air and stuff. Also web the ground a little bit.
You discharge spells all over the place.
Okay.
It's a firework.
Okay.
It's basically living next to the wizard school. It's basically free fireworks every day.
Don't set anything on fire, though, please. Be very careful. Make sure to discharge your fireballs in the air.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of on the west coast, the northwest. We've had a lot of fires set by kids playing with firecrackers. They are, massive firestorms that destroy hundreds of acres, if not thousands of acres. Please use your fireworks responsibly.
Oh yeah, I think at some point I'm just like, I need to cast knock. Do you have a door?
You knock open a door. It's fine.
Alright. Alright, so I put my spells in chat. I don't know that there's anything else we need to do.
Droopy? Spells?
Oh, my new ones?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to grab the last ones. And... Okay.
We'll always keep a gaze reflection, Neal.
I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Also, Wraith form with the magic dagger. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, yeah. I can cast spells out of Wraith form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Let's take a curse too.
But spells can also hit you.
Mm.
Curse. I'm typing them in, so if you want to do anything.
Sure. The next day comes. You are all rested. You all have your spells back. I think everybody's at full HP.
Yep.
And once more, you return to George's copper mine.
All right. Well, Sentry Droopy on the tank wagon once more.
Okay.
Probably cut those bolts off the cart, just, leaving, like, the holes, but just cutting off each side.
Makes sense. You guys ascend the twisted pathway up and up the mountain. Pretty soon you come back to that first barricade where you've moved the minecart out of the way and all that jazz. Not hiccups this morning, this afternoon. Yeah, so that barricade comes into view once more. And you guys just move right on through it without stopping to look at it.
I mean, we stare at it again, but I don't feel like we need to spend, like, another real-life 20 minutes talking about it.
Right. So you start coming past it when I need everyone to make me a D10 for a surprise check. If you have a reaction adjustment adjacent to your perception, under your perception, please apply that bonus.
What about my Sacred Guardian? It tells us if we are in danger, since it's on Zen and me.
Right, so Sacred Guardian, like, cast on yourself isn't going to notice danger that you don't notice. If there's someone creeping up behind you, about to stab you, and you have Sacred Guardian cast on yourself and you don't know that they're there, it's not really going to work. Sacred Guardian is more like knowing
it
doesn't, like, magically detect. It's a spell that uses
A priest becomes instantly aware when the recipient of the spell is in danger, regardless of the distance between the priest and the recipient.
Yeah, so this is a spell that lets you know when someone else is in danger, but it doesn't, like... Its design is to be able to keep tabs on somebody without having to actually be around them. It doesn't give you, like, it's not like a spell that prevents surprise. It's not like, oh my god, there's someone, like, about to shoot me with a bow. I know what's about to happen all of a sudden. It's the, like, how is my friend doing? Oh my god, I sense so-and-so's in battle. I must go to them, sort of thing.
Or
it's
it
like,
would be, if someone shoots me with a bow, the moment they shoot.
Yeah, like when the arrow hits you, when you realize you're in danger, like, oh my god, I'm in danger.
Yeah, for the spell to be able to detect when someone was about to be attacked, it'd have to be, like, magic.
It would have to be, like, higher level.
Okay, surprise just what was it? 1d10?
I mean, it's a 1d10. It's a blessed watchfulness is a first level spell. You don't get a first level spell that gives you, like, 5 hours of protection from all surprise. Also, danger is a really bizarre concept.
It's not blessed watchfulness.
Oh, what is it?
It's Sacred Guardian.
Also a first level spell that's 1 day per level, so even stronger. Okay, so those D10s. On a 1, 2, or 3, you are surprised, but you get a bonus to penalty based on your what do you call it? Perception.
I have a 0 in it, so...
Perfect. Yeah. So Zen is surprised as stepping out from behind one of these sides is a similar creature to what you saw before, but the coloring on it is a little bit different. Instead of being brass, this looks a little bit more bronzy, and its wings are a little bit more well-formed, a little larger. Its height is about the same size. It chants some words to a spell, and everyone except for Zen, please roll me initiative. The creature gets a bonus of 1 because it was, like, jumping out at you in an ambush.
Just...
So it goes at 3 when all is said and done. 12 and 7 webs begin to spring from the walls surrounding the 3 of you plus your dog plus your rats and your cart. Can I get saving throws from Droopy and Rob to see if they can avoid the area?
Oh no.
Anyone save or spell at -2 penalty. If the saving throw is successful, if the creature has room to escape the area, then it's assumed to have jumped free. If there's no room to escape, the webs are only half strength. Okay, so you both fail miserably. And the three of you are trapped within a web spell.
Are we completely trapped or was...
Completely trapped, because you all failed your saves.
Well, Rob can move since he has a strength of...
Yes, if he has a strength between 13 and 17, he can break through 1 foot of web per round. It's a lot of web.
So can we do nothing at all, or can we move our...
Yeah, you're pretty much held in place by the web. You know, this is how web has always worked when other people... You know, how many times have we seen someone cast web and then, like, use spider climb and just, like, climb through the web and murder everyone who's frozen in place?
Or murder everyone because some peasant burned the web.
Right. And then comes the chuckling. Look what has fallen into my web. You don't look like George's men. Who are you?
You can call me Carlo. Who are you and what do you want here with this mine?
My name is Kang, and this is my mine. Some might call it mine.
It actually belongs to me. I know this because George told me this was mine.
George is not in a position to give what is mine to you.
God.
But it is mine. Can you deny that it's mine?
I agree that it is mine.
So who are you and where did you come from? You have wings. Clearly, underground is not your normal place.
No, it is not. But if you expect me to tell you all of my motivations while I have you trapped in my web, you are sorely mistaken. I, too, have watched the plays starring Bond, James Bond. I realize my role in this situation, and I'm not about to unveil my evil plan of taking all the copper out of these mines to fund the wars over an outlast. I'll never tell you the true nature of my desires. However,
I'll never find that out.
Buddy, we're just after a rock egg.
well, lucky for you, I have need of people of your shape, form. That damned dirty George is presenting problems. You're not the first bunch of innocent, foolish people he has sent here to murder my brothers and sisters.
We weren't sent here by George. We were just sent here to go get the rock egg on the top of the mountain.
A likely story. But if that is the true nature of your desires, I will surely let you through to the top. If only you head back and put George deep, deep into the ground. 6 feet into the ground.
So just like dig a hole?
Is that right? Is that the right? No, it is. Okay. If you kill him.
Well,
That's the right.
I've heard of a last group that tried that and they got wiped out.
Well, the last group he sent in here got wiped out too, and now you are trapped like rats. So, which death do you prefer? The death at my hand or the death at the hand of George?
I swear to you that George will die.
Droopy, well, she can't turn her head to Zen. She just says, actually, Gravedigger protocol requires us to at least make a grave 9 feet deep. It's doable.
I am
Droopy against protocol.
Okay, listen, the kobold is a gravedigger and she says 9 feet.
Hunter of men.
Hold on. There's too many people talking. I can only negotiate with one person at once. Now, who's first?
Kobold's a gravedigger, he says 9 feet.
The figure of speech is 6 feet, though. I wasn't saying a literal 6-foot hole. I don't actually care if you bury him or not. I want George dead. I think my goals are quite transparent. Maybe I should use less flowery language when intimidating people. Maybe we should just be more direct about these things.
I mean, listen,
My name is Carlo Lenya. I am a hunter of men, and I swear to you that George will die.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Yes, I like that one better. So, I let you go. You go and kill George, and I let you through the mines. Yes?
Sure.
I agree. He will die.
I feel like... The lizard scratches his face. To be clear, so there's no more confusion over the wording of these things, I won't let you through the mines until George has died.
Yes, that
right?
was clear.
Okay.
I swear to you that he will die, and I never tell a lie.
You see, you're being a little cagey with your wording there. I'm a little concerned that you're playing a ruse on me.
Every word I said is true. I do not tell lies.
Droopy just shrugs and with her snout points at her symbol of Rossi.
Well, I suppose the little one... He looks like a murderer to me. Look at that thing.
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to his buddies behind him.
Like, how many buddies, Neal?
2. 2 of the other ones.
Are they in fireball range?
Everything is in fireball range. You're in a mine.
That's
if you explode
why
a
don't have fireball.
it'll like extend and you'll all die.
That's why I don't have a fireball.
Okay, so I'll let you out of the web.
Yes.
And you'll go kill George. And
Yes, we
then we'll let you through the mines.
Right.
Good, good. And don't think you can fool Kang. I have many spells at my disposal. You turn on me, you'll find yourself trapped once again within a web, but this time it'll also be on fire and streaked with magic missiles.
Right.
I should have taken a mistake or something. What was it called?
Mistaken missive?
Yeah, no, miscast magic.
Ooh, all right. And he dispels the web. You are all now perfectly mobile.
All right. So let's go back out.
I look at Zen. Raise an eyebrow.
Start walking back, and just as he's like at the end of light range, I cast web on him.
All right. He's clearly expecting betrayal from you. So I think it is going to be counter initiatives to see who gets their web spell off first, which is just like a 50-50 shot at this point. Web has initiative bonus of 2, so let's just both roll d10s plus 2 and see who goes first. Lowest wins.
Aww.
Come on, Zen.
Oh, they tied!
Dual webs!
Everybody involved makes saving throws versus spell at -2. One of them... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. -2. One of them might not pass.
Zen?
Nope. One off. Unless I got my... Oh, wait, no. I need a 12. I need a 12, right?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
that's a pass.
I don't know.
Wait, is a 13 a pass? For
I don't
a 12?
know. I'm looking these things up. Hold on, I need to look up their saves too.
But hold, it's above, right?
Yes, you need equal to or above. Equal to or greater
All right.
than.
Okay, then I'm not in the web.
Okay, so one of them succeeds
Oh god.
and gets a +2 to his saves. 2 of them succeed. The spellcaster succeeds, and one of the other guys on the side succeeds. So web is also 8 10 by 10 by 10 square cubes. So
I think it's all webbed, Neal. I think we can all just move through the web slowly.
I think it's just 160 feet of web throughout this entire tunnel, and 3 of you are able to slowly break through it, plus Rob, because he's really strong, and everyone else is just kind of like stuck like flies.
Krob is like, meh. What is going on?
You traitor! He calls.
Okay. Initiative?
Yeah, again initiative for the people that can... Only one of them has a real action to make.
I mean, if he sets the web on fire, everything's getting set on fire.
Yeah, the web fire, no fireballs or anything. Any fire spreads, it gets us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them and us.
Well, so he goes at 12. The one enemy that's making a significant action goes at 12.
I go at 6.
All right, so what do you do for your one action?
3d4 plus
You have to.
3.
You gotta break yourself free of the web enough to. So it's gonna take a round to like create 1 foot of space for you to make your somatic component gestures, because you're still webby trapped.
What would he possibly do?
The same exact thing.
Okay, so we both next round of combat then, Neal?
Yeah, because that round both of you are like breaking the web in order to cast spells. And then
oh, come on.
He rolls a 10 for initiative. Well, he rolls a 9 plus 1. You roll a 10 plus 1.
So
he reaches out his hands in a little tiny arc and casts Burning Hands, which doesn't hit anyone, but ignites all of the webs on fire.
Which I have an area around me, so I don't catch on fire.
That's true. You did break a 1 square foot area, 1 foot of web around you. So did he. So everyone except for the 2 of you is
Wait,
gonna...
me too. I had a round. I'm 17.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you could do it too, Droopy.
Oh, yeah, I have 22 hit points, so you can't kill me with that.
All right. So the webs go off, and
2d4.
that's
God.
not D24, 2d4.
What?
And
Your dog.
7 points of damage race through the webs to all people still trapped within it, which is one of his buddies, who had 4 HP and goes up in flames.
Question: my rats are tucked in a bag mostly. The ones about my neck, around my neck.
Yeah, I'd say the 2 around his neck get hit, but the ones in the bag.
The ones around your neck get hit, definitely. The ones in your bag are probably fine.
Like it's a flash fire, so...
Yeah, the ones in your bag are fine. The ones on your neck are incinerated if they have less than 7 HP.
2 of my scats. Because they have 2 HP only.
And Rob, I don't know how much HP your dog has, but it takes 7 burning damage.
All right, that's 13, so...
Oh, your Figaro's fine.
Oh, no dog. No undead dog for me.
All right, Zen, get your magic missile off.
Hold on. Could I make a spellcraft check, see what he's about to do, and then possibly change my spell?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
9 damage to him.
Ooh, that is not super great. Let's roll. He survives.
How far away is he?
60 feet.
So I could charge him.
Yes.
Oh, initiative.
All right, so I'm getting in on the initiative game too then here. And the webs are gone. They burned up, right?
Webs are gone. Everything's burned up. You can charge him and his one buddy, who is... I guess
New
the
initiative?
2 of you should... Yeah, new initiative, because he... Or Rob and... Yeah, new initiative, because everyone was stuck until the webs burned. So the 2...
that should be 6. I guess 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that should be... whatever. That should be an 8.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure that's the number of spell slots that he has, but let me double check. What's it hiding? Ooh, he has one more than I thought. Okay, cool. So the spellcaster goes at 6, his agent goes at 6, Rob goes at 6, Zen goes at 7, Droopy goes at 4.
Rob goes at 5, isn't it?
I think he messed up and said 6.
Yeah, it's 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Droops, you're the very first one.
I cast hesitation.
Ooh.
That's
I
gonna
roll
be good.
2d4. That's the number of hit dice. I can affect 4 hit dice.
This causes them to modify their initiative rolls by 4.
They get a save. Affected creatures get a save. So does it say which it targets first?
The initiative modifier occurs in the round following the round in which it's cast.
Ah, damn it. Anyway, maybe it saves us. I will target the spellcaster because I can target. So can I target him and the other buddy, or only him? So I can target 4 hit dice worth.
4 hit dice now, you can only end up targeting the one guy.
So save was a spell.
Alright. He passes.
Okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, Droopy is going to cover in the card. Oh no.
Okay.
Command it. Kill the lizard wizard.
So these guys are in your bag, so you gotta like open your bag and like dump out all your rats. You don't get to cast spells and like open bags and throw rats out. You know? The ones on your neck are one thing, but the ones in your bag, yeah, they'll make their actions next round. So Carlo, Figaro, and the 2 bad guys all go at 6. And I think it's Carlo and Figaro are charging, while the one melee guy is charging down the hall towards you. So you guys are like gonna collide in the middle, while the other guy points his finger and casts a spell at Zen.
Alright.
He casts Magic Missile at Zen.
Okay.
Which does 2d4 plus 2 damage.
You could actually not go down.
Oh, you take only 6 points of damage as the magic missiles pepper your body.
Okay.
You're fine.
Rob and Figaro, you get to charge the Draconian coming at you.
All right. Can I tumble past him without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Not without provoking an attack of opportunity. It's a
I
pretty
have
narrow
the
passage.
tumble skill. Use the tumble skill to tumble past.
I don't think that works.
Well, it's a 10-foot passage, and
he's running down the middle of it, though. He's taking his half out of the middle.
No, he can't run on the line. He can only run on the square.
He's running down the middle.
No, because that would imply that there's one square in the middle and a half square on either side, which can't be used.
I don't know what to tell you. He's running down the middle, Rob.
That's not how the physics of this universe works.
He's doing it anyway. He must be a spellcaster. He must have some sort of spell. Or maybe he's like a large creature and his wings expand and he's taking up all...
10 foot. You're saying it's a 10-foot passage. You're saying that's not wide enough for me to use tumble to get past him.
Not without provoking an attack of opportunity. You
That's
can get past him, but
that's the whole freaking point of tumble.
No, it's not. The point of tumble is to not take damage from falling and to give yourself a bonus to AC when you are doing certain stuff. Yeah, when you're taking the dodge action.
You're not simply dodge rolling here like in Dark Souls. You don't have invulnerability frames.
I mean, it would be ridiculous to be able to move past. Like, one person can totally hold a hallway with a sword.
It's a 10-foot passage.
You'll take attacks of opportunity.
5 square.
This is not 5e. You can't just move inside an enemy's flat range.
You'll take an attack of opportunity, absolutely, but you can move past him. It's not like it's a 5-foot tunnel and you can't move past him. It's a 10-foot tunnel and you can, but you'll take the AO. Even if he was off one side.
I guess it doesn't actually say you can. I always thought tumbling was for avoiding attacks of opportunity, but I guess it doesn't actually say that here. It's just increasing your AC by 4.
Yep.
When you take the dodge action.
Yeah. All right. Wait, which edition was it? Is it like 3.0 or something, where suddenly you can start avoiding attacks of opportunity?
I think you have to make a tumbling check to get the bonus.
I don't know. I've never played 3. I've only done 2, 4, and 5.
Because I remember tumbling skill being able to do that, but I guess I'm not sure which edition it was then.
3, 5. Yes.
In 2nd edition, you have to make a tumbling check, I think, and then if you succeed, you get the bonus.
Right. So, do you charge the person, or do you charge past the person taking the attack of opportunity?
I'm gonna have Figaro attack the person, and I'm gonna go. I guess I'll take the.
All right. Well, Figaro goes to attack. Make a roll to hit, please. With +2 for charging.
No, well, it's not gonna matter.
Nope. Complete miss. Figaro misses. The Draconian takes a slash at Figaro, which misses, and then takes an attack of opportunity at you, which hits.
What was the roll?
It was a natural 18 plus 1 for level, becomes 19. He doesn't get his charge bonus on this one, but you do suffer -1 penalty to your AC from charging yourself. So
All
it's
right,
a total of 19.
I'm probably down then.
What was your AC?
17.
Oh, it's not a critical then. How the hell did you get 17 AC?
He's a rogue, high dex probably, and then Rob.
17 dex gives +3. There's another thing that gives +2. Where's the last 2 come from, though?
You have 10 points to spend as a human. I got tough hide.
Ah.
Which, considering the origin story of my character, you can imagine.
Yeah.
Tough hide.
You take 5 points of damage as you try and charge past the Draconian.
Yeah.
You slump to the ground. Figaro goes in horror as we roll initiative. No, Zen goes. That's 7.
Can I continue casting my spell?
What was your spell?
Web.
Oh, right, it gets interrupted. You get hit by
There's no
magic
check
missile.
or anything?
No, it's just straight up fizzle.
All right.
Initiative for the next round.
Okay. What initiative do my... What kind of initiative...
We'll just go on your initiative to simplify, the same way that Figaro is going on Rob's.
Let's do... Yeah, we kind of need that now. Let me just check what the initiative is. Oh. Well,
I guess rolling for Figaro, what's the...
+3.
Okay.
Don't forget they have a plus... Oh, no, they don't. He saved. No.
God. Another 11, Zen?
Yeah.
Okay. The Baz Draconian before you goes at 8 and takes another stab at Figaro, which is a wild miss. The Bozak in the back goes at 10, which ties with Figaro. Figaro's turn.
All right. Did the one in the back say everyone attack?
There was only the one guy remaining. He incinerated his ally. Oh, no good. The Bozak in the back smiles his evil, toothy grin as he points a finger and discharges his last magic missile at Zen.
Oh god.
4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
Whatever.
And then Droopy.
Battle fade. And the
Don't you have healings for us?
And the reds go at the wizard because I told them to.
Yes, the rats scurry past the Draconian, who is a fighter subclass, so he can make 3 attacks of opportunity at the rats as they scurry past.
But they are tiny creatures. Can he even...
It's bright as daylight in here. A 13, a 2, and a 5.
Well, let me check. They have actually not that
Yeah, I
bad
think
of
their
a...
AC is better than that.
Let me check. Red. Just red. AC is 13. So.
Oh, okay. So 1 hit. For
What?
3 points of damage.
Roll a d6 to hit. See what you hit. 1, 2 is a Z. Oh, okay. It's a Z. What? How much damage?
3 damage.
It lives.
Oh, all right.
The Zs have a lot of HP.
All right. Your creatures make it past him and swarm the Bozak Draconi in the back.
Ooh.
It actually has 18 AC, which is ridiculous. So that's
What?
1, 2, 3 hits.
3 damage.
3 damage. All right.
Alright.
He lives.
And let me roll the Battle Fate bonus for Droopy. Oh, that's the save one, I think. Yep, bonus saves.
Okay. Initiative for next round. I hope those of you that are down are tracking your negative HP.
Mhm.
Oh, don't worry about that. So what's Orson's? 4. Okay.
Right, he did pass his hesitate. So the one in the back goes at 8, and the one in the front goes at 4.
Rob, did your... Oh, okay.
So the one in the front goes first and makes another stab at Figaro, which is a 12. I think that's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the back goes at 8, but that's after Figaro. Go Figaro, go Figaro.
God, I'm just rolling bad all day today.
Oh, not a good day for you. The one in the back turns and flees, drops to all fours, flaps his wings, and runs
Attacks of
uphill.
opportunity.
6 attacks of opportunity from the rats.
Yes.
Back attacks too.
Yeah, he specifically said he turned his back.
Yes. But
And
this
the
means
AC
none
from
of them
Dex
are
is out.
clinging onto him if they're making attacks of opportunity. Otherwise, he's not leaving their threatening square.
Well, it's a 22, a 20, a 5,
So that's
a 20.
3 hits.
3
What we're
damage.
getting. 3 damage. Okay. But he can move uphill at movement rate 15, which is the
Still up.
same movement rate as your rats. So your rats cannot close and attack.
Well,
Why not? They were adjacent to him. He moved 15. They moved 15 and attacked.
Yeah, but he's using his he's taking a full move, right? They would have to do a half move and attack. So they can keep up with him, or they can not quite
they
get
just
there.
hunt him down.
Yes, they-
Eventually he'll get to something where he has to slow down. Or
They can chase him into the night, into the dark, into the cave.
Eventually he'll get tired. They won't.
And I believe it's Droopy's turn.
Okay, first Droopy's bonus. Saves. I go up to Zen.
You
Artisan,
lick Zen. Zen returns to 1 HP.
and I will say, destroy the other lizard!
It's the next round. Can I do anything?
No, you can... Oh, I see what you're saying. You just went down last round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we generally say if you come up the next round, you can roll initiative for combat the following round.
Okay,
Upon
so
me
I
saying
don't
that-
lose all spells and everything.
No, you'll still be combat capable.
Okay.
Just to get this image, as I said, destroy the other lizard, all the reds just turn at the other.
And they shuffle on back. The one Draconian realizes he's been left behind by his commander.
Do they get their turn, right? So
Yes.
back
1
attack
hit.
back attack even. So
It's still only 1 hit.
does it?
Is that not a crit?
Yeah,
It is a crit. Yes, it is.
2 damage.
Excellent.
These rats are carrying.
Yep.
All right. Initiative.
These rats are the tank.
Draconian goes at 4.
Yeah, I can't beat
Oh,
that.
this round I can go?
Yes. All right, Zen. You're first.
Yeah, I think he just dies from the magic missile.
Yeah, he's got 3 HP left. He can't survive it.
God. Even if he'd fled, my rats would have maybe finished him off.
All right. The Draconians are dead or fled deeper into the mine. And you are now stuck with an uncomfortable decision. If you go back and rest, they're definitely going to be prepared for when you come back the next day.
Well,
Maybe if you go right now, you can they won't have regrouped by the time you return.
I heal. First of all, I heal whatever for 1 HP with Orison.
Whatever. Oh my god.
What was your name again? Monte Carlo?
Carlo
Lenya. Carlo. Just I heal him. Just.
Or that's what I told you to call me. Anyway.
So you can do your healing checks.
All right, can I healing check myself to try to get back the other hit point?
Yeah, go for it.
If you don't succeed, Droop, you can always.
I may not be consistent with this ruling, but in this situation, I'll allow it.
He just comes back. Hitting myself.
Again. See, I know. Oh wow!
Can
you healing check me then?
Yeah, I heal you for 1. Krob.
Okay, I'll heal check you for.
You can only bring him to 1. No further magical healing will help him until he's had 24 hours of rest.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this healing check is non-magical healing, so. All right, so Zen's at 2. Carlo's at 1. Droopy's at like full.
I'm at
has. Okay, almost full.
Well, if Droopy's at 15, she's going to use 6 Orisons on herself. So she has still 2 left for in case the others go down again.
All right, you're at 21. And now you're in the mines with your cart and everything, and you are faced with an uncomfortable decision. They definitely know that you're here. God knows how many of these creatures there are. Do you push for it? Or do you call it quits and head back to Shenanigans' failed mission?
Droopy just sits in the cart, cleaning herself while casting Orison at the same time.
He's got like 15 movement. I can't catch up. It could be more. If we come back the next day, we could be healed. I could invisible all of us.
How badly do you want that rock egg?
The next day, we could just peek into the mine. You just drop the fireball down there. The ambushers get incinerated. Yes. Actually, why don't we do that a few times so they go, fuck that, I'm not doing the ambush there anymore.
Realistically, he's our spells, but 1 bolt is going to take me out. We know they have crossbows.
Yes. You only encountered that 1 patrol, which died, leaving no sign of them there because you took all of their weapons and armor. There was dust on the ground. So a missing patrol followed by a survivor from a second patrol. God knows what, is this the extent of their force? Maybe there's hundreds of them. Maybe there's thousands of them.
Do we want to draw another port?
Who knows what lies within?
As a hunter of men, you must never underestimate your prey. I say just rest up.
I go up to
Zen.
Look
into the mine tomorrow, drop a fireball at their ambush point. We can check for dust and bodies to see if we got any. But since they seem to like that ambush point so much, it's a good chance that we'll take them out.
I go up to Zen. Don't worry, I'll help you. We can push onward.
We're low on spells.
You seem to be the leader. If there is another spellcaster, we're dead. If there's no more spellcasters, we probably win.
Which do you want to gamble?
I say we wait.
Let me just think for a moment about what some of my spells do. Hold on. I invisibility myself and as quietly as I can go after them.
So you're gonna invisibility and run?
No, not run, just as quietly as I can, just slowly walk after them.
After him.
So just Zen is going up?
Well, he's invisible. He's scouting, I guess.
Right, but he has a light stone on him so he can see where he's going, right?
Good point.
You could put it on Droopy just for scouting purposes, but I think we should go back and...
Well, let me tell you from a timeline standpoint here. If you go back and try and go back up through this, we're not going to have enough time to complete the adventure. So this is like a save your step, like, admit defeat on the quest and just head home, or push through now is kind of our going options. Because we won't have enough time to go back, rest for a night, and then try and, like, go your way through the cave, and then get to the Rock's Nest, and then try and, like, get the egg from the Rock's Nest itself.
How much time does it take to say, okay, we go outside, we rest, these are our spells, all right, let's go back in? There, well, that took me, what, 15 seconds?
Yeah, but I need you to trust me on some level here, Rob. I'm okay. Not just pulling your leg.
I have a hit point. We have, what's our spell thing?
I've got Invis Wraith Form, which is why I say if there's another spellcaster, they've probably won. They seem to have exhausted their spells for that guy.
He seemed like boss.
Yeah. So...
You want to use the invisibility on me and I'll scout ahead?
You could.
I can be very quiet.
But don't you need light to scout ahead?
That's true. I guess Droopy is the only one. I'm not used to these characters that can't see. Goddamn character concepts. The best
Neal,
character.
Is there a maximum of weight for enlarge or something?
Yeah, there's a maximum that it can affect.
Yeah.
Because all I found was like a cubic foot volume.
Oh, no, yeah, it's a volume, not a weight. So you could enlarge the same volume of hay or the same volume of rock.
Right. So theoretically, I, from the start, could just fly up invisible, shrink the stone, and then bring it, or shrink the egg by 50%, which would quarter its weight. Actually, 1/8 its weight.
1/16 its weight, actually.
Yeah.
If you cut if you cut it in half in size, it goes 2/4. No, yeah, 1/8 its weight. You're right.
Yeah, 1/8 its weight, and then just like fly it back.
Right. So what can it affect? Enlarge?
Certainly more than the stated size of that egg.
Yeah, it's like it cannot exceed 10 cubic feet in volume, and we already determined the
it's way less.
Cubic feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it affects the rock. So if it can affect the rock, and the rock is clearly bigger than a rock egg.
He might be taller. He might have individual dimensions that are a lot greater than the egg's dimensions, but the mass of the rock versus the mass of the egg, or the area.
I don't think anyone here wants to disparage the mass of the rock. because that is something that no one can win.
10 that's like 3 meters on each side, so the rock edge is...
No. 10 cubic feet is...
Not 10 feet cubed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just so you know, the spells I have left are Battle Fate, Curse, 2 times Orison, 8, Chaos Ward, Flame Blade, Wyvern Watch, Continual Darkness, and Etherealness.
Why couldn't you just, like, if we run into a spellcaster, cast can you have choose the curse? Could it be like every time?
No, it's a general curse. It's the general curse, the opposite of bless.
Oh, that's a lame curse.
I have the actual curse, create curse spell, but I have to touch them. So,
Droopy, you can see in the dark. Invisibility Droopy.
Well, I like your just fly up and get the egg and bring it back plan. I mean, that works.
Neal, I can fly for like over an hour with one casting of a spell. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Let's just double check that. So we are working on the right assumptions. 1 turn per level plus 1d6 turns. A turn is 10 minutes. You're level 5, so you can go 50. You can do 60 to 100 minutes. No, 60 to 110 minutes.
Yeah. So, with my knowledge of fly, because I have flown before, would I be able to reach like where the egg nest is in one flying?
What is your movement rate? The creature is able to move vertically and horizontally at 18, half if ascending. So you go at 9 vertically. Movement rate 12 is about 3 miles per hour. So movement rate 9 is like 2 1/3 miles per hour. So you could get to the mountain is less than a mile tall. So you could get to the top of the mountain, or maybe it's a mile at the most. So you could fly to the top of the mountain within an hour, within half an hour. And that would give you more than enough time to descend as well, because you move twice descending.
Question, Neal. Can one see darkness if on the ethereal plane?
Yes. If he is wraith formed and you cast darkness, he cannot see.
Yep. Neal.
Yep.
All right. So if I do, I know if casting enlarge breaks invisibility.
Not a combat spell.
Yeah.
So it should be castable.
That sounds about right, but let me double check the wordings here. Invisibility, cause target vanish. Creature is not, of course, the creature is not magically silenced. Other conditions can render the creature detectable. Even allies cannot see an invisible creature. Items dropped, put down. The spell remains in effect until it is magically broken or dispelled, until the wizard or recipient cancels it, until the recipient attacks any creature, or until 24 hours have passed. Thus, an invisible being can open doors, talk, eat, climb stairs, etc. But if he attacks, he immediately becomes invisible, although the invisibility enables him to attack first. Note, the priest spells Bless, Chant, and Prayer are not attacks for this purpose. So that's the weird line there where they specify 3 priest spells that are not attacks, and yet they don't mention Cure Light Wounds. They mention Bless, Chant, and Prayer.
I think they're trying to specify those because although those aid in battle, saying, okay, these are kind of a gray area because they aid in battle even though they're not particularly attacks.
Also, you have the reverse of Bless, which is Curse, which is not an attack, but it debuffs the enemy.
But that would break it, perhaps. It's one of those gray areas, and I like to try and think of it as like, if you are casting spells that, well, no, hold on, what is it? It's Bless, Chant, and Prayer. Those are all AoE spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're also things that give someone an advantage in battle. So I think that's
Right.
why they made that a
You are
grade.
not attacking a creature if you reduce their act.
I know, but we're talking like the difference between single target things. Like if you're like technically magic missiling the air, you're not attacking a creature, but it would still cancel the spell.
Yeah, but they're noting that these do not cancel it, even though they're essentially combat enhancing ones. So
yeah, but at the same time,
combat
enlarge is a
enhancing
combat enhancing spell, so it seems like it should break it if those ones don't. If those are being singled out as combat buffs that don't break invis, then I would expect any other combat buff or nerf to break
think they're
invis.
pointing out that combat buffs don't break invis.
Yeah,
But they
it's more like an
specified 3 priest spells. I feel like anything else is really a...
What does it say? Does it say spells like Bless?
No,
Or does
it just spells. It specifically says these 3 spells don't break invisibility.
Neal, have we seen... Do we know how many rocks are on top of the mountain?
You don't. Also, some rarely used rule in the second to last paragraph that we always forget about. All highly intelligent creatures, intelligence 13 or more, or creatures with 10 or more hit dice or levels of experience have a chance to detect invisible objects. They roll saving throws versus spell. Success means they notice the invisible object. Rocks have more than 10 hit dice, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure, and Zen should be pretty sure, that rocks have more than 10 hit dice.
Right. Wait a minute. Over what intelligence?
13. I know.
Okay, so...
13 or more.
Yeah,
13 or
so,
more.
Like, any relatively intelligent thing is just like save versus spell to see past invisibility.
Yes. And one of those rules that everyone forgets about all the time, that we play for decades with, and be like, oh, that's a rule? Okay.
It's probably
Well, that's the notice. I would still say that doesn't mean it's not like I suddenly see it. They might be like, hey, footsteps, or something.
Right. It's the sort of, yeah.
But I would say that, hey, the footsteps and a lot of stuff is eliminated by the fact that he's flying.
Right, it's not like they can just see through it.
And if he doesn't want to have flapping robes give him away.
So at the end of the day, I'm not going to say the rock will or will not notice you until you're in that situation. So you can make whatever gambles you want based on whatever line of thinking you have, but I'm not going to confirm or deny how things will play out in advance.
I guess let's just go through, have Droopy invisibilized to go ahead a bit.
Yep.
Since Droopy's the only one that can see, and then if Droopy sees an ambush, if she thinks,
or just scout out how many things are actually there.
Yeah, and then come back and let us know.
All right, so Droopy proceeds through the mines.
Well, does Droopy agree to that?
Oh, that's a good question. Droopy, do you want to do this?
How do you convince Droopy of this? She looks very... She? How do you convince her of this plan?
Droopy, you just need to go see how many there are. We can't see in the dark, and the light would give us away. Look at it this way. Would you rather charge up there completely visible, or they can't really attack you until you become visible?
Yep, okay. Droopy lets out a sign and he nods.
Just keep your rats in your backpack. I can only affect one creature.
Okay.
All right.
Droopy, you leave your friends behind. You proceed into the draconian-infested mines alone.
Actually, I say him, you follow slowly.
Follow who?
No, I say to Zen, you
How do we
follow
know where
slowly.
you are to follow slowly?
Also, how does Droopy know where he's going? She's going.
Isn't there, like,
How
one
many
path?
paths are there? I mean,
Oh, it's a mine, right? You needed a map to get through it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, map. Yeah.
Well, you can't see yourself.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Actually, I think invisibility says you can see yourself.
I don't think so.
I think there was something about this.
I don't think you can, but
Undetectable by normal or even infravision. Nope, there's nothing. You can't see yourself.
Okay, Neal, one very important thing is that last paragraph that everyone always forgets about. Do they just see through the spell, able to see just straight as day, or they know someone's there?
Subject means they noticed the invisible object. I am going to. That's a.
see, that seems like they're allowed to make the -4 attack kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's the sort of thing where they recognize that it's there, and perhaps if this had been written with 2-point Neal in mind, it would have said all highly perceptive creatures would notice the thing, but we're going to stick with intelligence because that's what the spell says. So it's going to be the sort of like, wait a minute, there's something moving here that isn't here, and it's like in that location or like in that general area.
For example, let's take Bilbo and Smog. He knew Bilbo was there even if he was invisible. By the ring. That's a good example.
He didn't know where he was, just knew he was there.
Exactly. He was. Right. There was an invisible creature there.
All right.
So Droopy looks at the map. Where are we?
Make me intelligence check to remember the directions on the map, Droopy. Actually, why don't I make this for you in secret because you shouldn't know whether you've succeeded or failed.
Droopy knows one thing: go up.
Go up. What's your intelligence?
5.
Excellent. All right, Droopy.
I think Droopy knows what up is.
Yes, Droopy does.
I know what up is. I've been going up for the...
Do Zen and Carlo follow Droopy?
We follow at a distance.
How do you follow?
Yeah, that's
we're moving slowly.
No, but like, how do you know which way Droopy goes?
Why don't we say, Droopy, just come back to us every so often and check with us. Like every time you come to a fork in the tunnel, come back to us, or wait at the fork until we get there.
That's actually a good idea. And Droopy is stupid.
And then we'll have the map and we can tell you which way to go at the fork.
All right, this discussion on whether to proceed or not proceed has taken up like almost all of our available playtime at this point. So there's not enough time to complete the quest going forward. There's just, like, even if you were at the Rock's Nest right away, even if we said you get to the very top, we still have plenty of challenges ahead. So I'm going to make an executive decision and call your team back. Because there's just not enough time to get through the remaining things. If you had marched forward at that moment, we might have been able to do it. But
all right.
We're gonna say that you decide better and retreat back for the day because we don't have time to make it through everything, and we don't have time to go over today.
There's just not enough people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Kinda. Yeah.
All right. This remains.
I mean, we even tried to go through really quick in the beginning, and we still just like got our butts handed to us, expended spells, then tried again.
The main problem is we don't have someone who can take many hits besides Droopy, and Droopy is not a good fighter.
Right.
Yeah, if we'd had the rock, this just would have been a cakewalk.
Well,
could have killed him.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Oh well.
We will try this quest yet again in a few months.
I think all combined, we had less hit points than the rock.
You have
Maybe.
2. Zen has 10.
No, I think he's down.
Yeah, he lost some.
I think the rock, because he lost that con, is actually down to like 26 or something HP.
Also, don't forget my rats. The zombie rats can tank.
Yes.
Yeah, the zombie rats have like more HP than Zen. Want to point that out. But all right, Neal, on the way back from those 2 fighters, I'm gonna loot their like crossbow / swords if they have either.
Yes, these guys just have short swords. These guys don't. Yeah, these ones didn't have the bows. The crossbows.
Did they crumble?
Yes, they turn to stone and then disintegrate after D4 rounds.
Actually, Droopy, can you get animal friendship?
No. Droopy is not friends with animals.
Oh.
You ask her, can you get animal friendship? Just holds out his skeleton rat.
Yeah. Well, just the bear running across. Maybe think, hey, let's just like go animal friendship a bear and then have it tank for us up there.
Could kill a bear. To Zen, could kill a bear.
All right. That's it for today's shenanigans. This remains the most difficult quest the party has ever faced. We have attempted it twice now. Once with a 4 out of 6 players killed, and the second, no one died, but they had to turn back.
Well, I think part of the problem is, I mean, how invested really are we in like, bring me an egg?
As invested as you are in any other possible objective.
Well, no, there's been plenty of other questions or the town will be destroyed, or the moon will be eaten, or
Neal, hold on.
Like, I wish
those 2 fighters, did they also have the weird armor?
Yes, they also have their messed up armor.
Okay, so can we get back to town and just like go through selling that
for scrap?
Yeah,
it's gonna be worth a lot less than normal armor might be.
Well, so we're all the way freaking out here.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
why don't we just go to the next town, buy a bunch of eggs, bring them back?
Good point.
Because the next town's not until like Kirschwick or something. Either way, the quest is incomplete.
We still get XP for killed foes, so...
We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Let me take a look at the cost of these things.
Defeated the wizard because he ran.
Yeah, he fled.
Or were you defeated because you fled the mines?
No.
I mean, we destroyed all visible enemies.
Neal,
we destroyed all visible enemies.
Both ways, guys.
He ran away. We did.
You don't get defeated by a town just because you murder somebody and then run.
Yeah, let's just continue on to Rencore, buy some eggs.
We kill 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 suits of armor, and they're selling for half is the normal price for selling back looted objects. These are like useless. They've got to be taken down for scrap. So let's do. So why don't you take home? We'll round up to 40 pieces of gold for the gear.
Also, 4 short swords and 2 light crossbows.
So that's 60, and the crossbows. Light crossbow, light. What's that? 60. So take 80 GP total.
So
80 total.
Yeah, and then let me open the DMG and take a look under the experience subsection.
I'll
see
give
what the rules say.
Oh, what is it? 26 per person.
26.6, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give 27 to both of you, and I'll take 26.
Oh. Okay. Well, this is almost as good as Desmond. Well, he would have given us actually an item which would have been worth 1,000 GP. So.
Yeah. Also, remember, me and Droopy both got a gemstone. So.
Oh yeah. How much is the gemstones worth?
Any.
Oh.
Actually, and then I've got to immediately spend 50 gold.
For?
Blessed leather to recast armor.
Nice.
Is the armor, is it consumed?
Yes. It's not stated otherwise, it's consumed.
Yep. All right, everyone takes home 840 experience for defeating the monsters that they defeated and getting to where they could.
How much? 840?
840. That spellcaster was worth a lot.
Oh, yeah. All right. And then I just return to Desmond, say, I'm sorry, Desmond, the mines turned out to be infested. We were only really prepared to try to steal the rock egg if we could have got through them.
Don't worry about it. We can serve other things than eggs.
Yeah.
Bread and cheese it is. Thankfully, they didn't take down any of the barns or cow pastures, just the chicken coops. I don't know what those doppelgangers had in mind with the chickens.
I don't know. But,
they're known to be cowardly creatures. Maybe that's their real spirit animal.
Desmond. Here's 10 gold for failing the quest.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Have a drink on me.
Oh, thank you.
You always have. You almost never pay for drinks anyway.
And that wraps up. Okay.
It's like one I don't have to make via spells. So.
And that wraps up our episode of Shenanigans for today.
Also,
I don't think we've ever had a quest backed off from before in like 2 or 3 years of playing Shenanigans. I don't think we've ever had people like retreat from a quest voluntarily. This is the
it wasn't
really voluntarily. We ran out of time.
Yeah, so. This is an unusual situation. We don't normally have encounters that end like this.
Yeah.
Usually we just wrap them up at the end.
I look forward to running this encounter again sometime in 2018.
Oh, God.
Also, Neal, make sure to mark off like 5 grunts from the total people in there.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Don't worry about it.
The wizard absolutely does not trust anybody anymore.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how it plays out next time. That's it for Shenanigans. If you stick around in like 2 hours, there's going to be Heroes Graveyard, not on this channel, but on Trump SC and on D&D's channel, which I will be running. It's our premiere session. You've probably all heard about it right now, so I'm not going to bother plugging it. If you are listening on YouTube and you have no idea what I'm talking about, just Google Heroes Graveyard and my name or Trump SC's name and D&D, and you'll figure it out. It's some cool stuff. Do you guys have any things you want to say before we go?
No.
Nothing for stream.
Cool. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.